Hi friends, welcome back. I am back with a crafting video. Yay! I haven't done one in a while. I think my last crafting video was like a live, right? I do upload shorts here and there showing you like the new craft I've made, but an actual showing you how I make crafts, I haven't done in a long time. You know I'm always very busy, but I'm just feeling so festive and jolly now that my home is fully decorated for Thanksgiving. If you did miss that video, please go watch it. It just dropped on my channel. Yeah, me and my hubby worked really hard in it, and my home looks super cozy for Thanksgiving. And yeah, hopefully more and more people decide to decorate for Thanksgiving. It's such a special, nice holiday. So yeah, please go watch it. I will leave the link of that video in the description of this video. But today, as you saw by the thumbnail, I am going to show you how I make my Thanksgiving turkey macarons and marshmallows. I do think I have done a video of this in the past, maybe last year, showing you how I make my marshmallows and donuts, maybe also the macarons, but I just decided to do it again. And if I have done a video of this, I will also leave it in the description of this video. But I do hope that you enjoy. My second camera angle, wow. Okay friends, so I'm gonna show you how I make the marshmallows. These are the turkey marshmallows. So you guys know I always like making the couples. So this is the Mr. and this is the Mrs. That is what they look like. So adorable. I love his eyebrows. And then I will also be teaching you how to make the turkey macarons. Look at them. They're so cute. They're stuffed and they're adorable. So yeah, I hope you guys give this a try. But let's get started. Let me show you what you will need to make these adorable fake bake treats. So first thing, you're gonna need a silicone mold. This is a macaron mold. I bet you can get it like on Amazon and stuff. To shape your macaron turkeys. Next, you're gonna need, like for the bow tie, if you want to add the bow tie on the treats, or the hair bow, like on the girls, I like adding the hair bow. I got this off of Hobby Lobby. It is the silicone mold of the bows. Next, you're gonna need some paintbrushes and Mod Podge. That's for the end. Mod Podge is if you want to give them like a coat at the end. You can also leave them matte. These guys are matte. I do always like putting like a coat on them. I feel like the coat helps them like not to crease, but then it does give them like a shine. So if you're a matte person, you can leave them without the coat, but I feel like they have more of a risk at creasing. And then sometimes too, like the clay, you're gonna need this type of clay. I get mine at Hobby Lobby when they have their 40% off sale. It's the Model Magic. So I really like this clay. I've only actually used this type of clay. No, I've bought some from the Dollar King. It was so bad. But I don't know if it's like a while ago. I think I got like a bad batch. A lot of the clay was like eating itself up. I don't know how to explain it. But some of my fake bakes, like they were like deteriorating. I think it was the clay came out bad because, I mean, as you guys saw, and those of you that buy my crafting, like my fake bakes, they last. They don't get ruined, you know. They do have their flaws here and there, like everything does. I mean, they are handmade. But I do think that some of the clay that I have bought before did come out like not good. But anyways, this is the clay that I use, Model Magic. It comes in different colors. You can also order it from Hobby Lobby. And then I get, like for the turkeys, I use the dark brown one. It's called Earth Tone, but see, I only have this left of the brown one. So I'm gonna mix it up with this one. This one is like the true gingerbread color. It's the terracotta. So you can mix the clays make your own custom colors. But for this video, I really thought I had like more of this brown, you see? But this is just like enough to make one marshmallow. So I'm gonna have to blend my clay with this. So let me open this up. Actually, I have an open one of this one, I think. Let me look for it. But you're gonna need the brown clay. I mean, turkeys are also this color. So any shade of brown, I guess, you can use to make your turkey desserts. You're gonna need the black clay for the eyes and the eyebrow detail. That was the black, yeah. You're gonna need white clay for the eyes and the feathers. This is orange clay for the feathers, the bow tie detail. I mean, you can make the bow tie any color you want. And then also for the beak, orange. Yellow for the feathers. Again, you can make feathers any color you want. Here's the open terracotta one. You're gonna need the green one. Where's my green one? Oh, you're gonna need red for this little piece of the turkey. You see that piece? Red. And where's my green? Here's my green. Again, for the feathers. I like choosing, you know, like the fall colors. So I'm gonna open up my terracotta one here and mix it with this because I need to make a macaron. I do have some pre-made pieces because I'll show you right now with the steps. I'm gonna need to make one more marshmallow. You see? So these are gonna end up like a different tone of brown, but it's okay. Like I said, any tone of brown, see? It's good for a turkey. I'm just gonna knead this together, and always make sure that when you have your clay already open, you have to store them. I store mine in the little Ziploc bags. Make sure they're closed really good because you don't want them to dry out. Like, this clay is expensive, so you want to take care of it. So now I'm just gonna knead the clay. I always knead the clay because the more you knead, the less of a chance that the clay will crack when it dries. But again, you just never know. So I try to knead the best that I can. Also, if you feel like your clay might be like too dry, you can always add paint and it makes it softer. Like to this, if I felt like it was too dry, but it's like a good texture right now, I will add like a dark brown color. Actually, I could probably add a dark brown color. Try to make it darker too. Let me grab my dark brown paint. Okay, friends, so this is a brown paint. I think they sell these at Hobby Lobby for like 49 cents. They're pretty good. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of paint. And again, this works to make your clay softer. And also, I added it to make it darker. We'll see. Sometimes the paint does nothing with the clay that's already colored. It's actually making a pretty brown color, this mix. But yeah, I feel like the paint did nothing, but the two clays together, you see, it's a nice color. So it's not gonna come out brown, so keep that in mind for this video. But again, it's still gonna look cute. Watch, the turkeys are gonna end up looking cute still. Okay, so my clay is fully kneaded. It feels good. So to make the macarons, I do already have two of the like cookie macarons pre-made, the slices. Because before, friends, like I said in the past, I will make my desserts and I would just work through them all at once. I wouldn't let stuff dry. But I did notice that it's better when you do let stuff dry, less cracking. So I learned my lesson. So these are pre-made. We'll set those aside. And then this is my cooling rack. So I have my silicone mold here. Now you're gonna see from the second angle. So all you do, this already has like oil inside. I put like a thin layer of hair oil every now and then, because it makes it easier for the macarons to pop out. So you're gonna grab an amount that you think is enough to fill the macaron. And you just press. This one has, I think, a little too much. So we just take some out. And you just form it in there. Form your macaron. Press it good. And you fill the other side. I like rolling it like this to take away like all the lines. See? And then you fill your macaron side. This one again, it has a little extra. And there, see, so that's all you need to do to make your macaron cookies. So I popped this in the freezer for like 20 minutes, and you know, the macaron slices, they harden up and they're easier to mold out of here. And then you just need to let these dry, I would say minimum like an hour, and then you can continue working with the next step that I'll show you right now. So these are gonna go in the freezer. Okay, and then let me put this back in the bag because I don't want it to dry out. We have to save it to show you how to make the marshmallow. Okay, so now that your macaron slices are, you know, ready to go, all dry and formed, you see they come out pretty good. You're gonna look at it and see what side you want it to be your top, the side that looks the cutest. So this side is gonna be my top and this the bottom. And now is when you need your white clay. I do have some open already here. You can also, I think in the past, in the video I filmed, you can also fill the piping. So right now we're gonna work with the filling with spackle. I will put a picture here of the spackle that I like using. It's up here. It's that like building material. It looks like whipped cream. So you can pipe that in here to fill your macarons, or do it with clay, like I'm gonna show you how to do today with the turkeys here that I have pre-made. So we're working on the filling. So you get your white clay, an amount that you think is gonna be enough to fill one of the macarons. And then of course you need to knead it. So knead your clay. Okay, once your clay is nicely kneaded, it feels softer, more manageable, make a ball. And then you're gonna like roll a log. Make sure your surface is clean. Roll a log like a worm. And then you don't want it too thin, you want it thick so the macarons could look stuffed. Then you connect the ends. You connect the ends. Try to blend in that line, which is, you know, kind of impossible sometimes to do, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. And then just shape your little round, it's like you're making a donut practically, right? And then what I like doing is adding some glue to where I'm gonna place the clay, just extra security. Glue is just for extra security. Now that this part of the turkey is dry, and then you're just gonna add the filling. Try to make it even. There, press it down a little bit, but you don't want it to squeeze out like through the whole sides. And now you're gonna add some more glue on top of this one for the other piece of the macaron. And just place it right on top evenly and press down a little, not super hard because you don't want to deform your macaron shape or crack it. But you see, now you have your stuffed macaron cookie. So see, if you just want to make like simple macaron cookies like this for any holiday, you can make pink, blue, purple. You're done, you know, if you just like them simple like that. But no, we're making turkeys. Okay, so now this step, you don't need to wait for the white to dry. You need to continue working. Oops. So we are gonna work on the feathers. So I'll set that aside. I do have some pre-made feathers, a lot of them. Over here, let me show you. Okay, I have a lot of pre-made feathers. You can see there. But I will show you how I make my feathers. I might need more orange ones, so let's make orange ones. Okay, I'll just grab a little because I might not need so many since I already have 2 orange ones pre-made. I made too many, but it's fine. Okay, so of course, need your clay. Need your clay. And then you grab like the amount you want the size your feather to be, and then roll it into a ball, and then make kind of like a teardrop shape like that. And then I squish it down with my finger, kind of like twirling my finger. And then I get my shaping tool, this one, or forming tool. And then I do a line down the middle, press a line down the middle, and then just lines on the sides like that to decorate the feather. And that is the feather. You can, you know, curve your feathers however you want so they can dry a certain way that you want. But yeah, that's how I make my feathers. They look cute. Let me make just whatever I have left here of the clay into feathers. I think it's enough to make three feathers. So again, you roll it, make the teardrop shape, press it, and decorate. Add the feather detail. And then let's make the last one. Teardrop. Okay, and there we go. We have our feathers. So now, to add the feathers, you do want to let your feathers dry for a little bit. Maybe, let's say, just make your feathers beforehand. You start making, you know, your macaron. But if you don't want to, you can do it without letting them dry. But okay, so we have our macaron here, and then our shaping tool. So to add the feathers, you have to think where you want to place them. So I do a line right here, and then I add, again, for extra security, some glue. And then you choose, you know, what feather you want to add. Here's the green one, and you stick it in there. See, this green one is already like drying up this feather. There, we have a feather in there. See, friends? And just keep adding more feathers. I added 5 to these. I feel like they look good with 5. So we're just gonna continue adding our feathers. I'm gonna put another one in here. Put glue. And let's add a yellow one. Then I'm gonna add one back here. Add your glue. And we're gonna add an orange one. And we need a white one. This side, yes. I think I'm gonna add maybe another white on this side. Yeah, we're gonna add a white one here. And here we have the feathers on the turkey. See? Super cute. Okay, and next we work on the face detail. So we need white clay for the eyes. I'm gonna need orange. Where's my white clay? I'm gonna need red. Here it is. Okay, so you just need a little bit for the eyes. So about this much, again, knead it. Put 2 dots of glue where you want to position your eyes. And then try to make, you know, the size of the eyes as even as possible. Mine never are even, but they're close. Then just roll a circle and place it on here and press down. And do the same with the other eye. There we have our eyes. Now we're gonna need the black clay. Here I have a little bit of clay that is open, the black one. And we are gonna make this one a girl. But we need to add the pupils. So you make the little black circle and add the pupils. Again, take a little clay. I think that's too small, I need more. Take a little clay, roll it up, and add the pupil. Press down. Adorable. All right, if you want, you can add eyelashes to her or just leave her like this, no eyelashes. With the black clay, just make little lines and stick them on. Okay, now orange. We're gonna she needs a bow because she's a girl, so we're gonna make her bow orange. And I use this one over here. So all you need to do is fill in this with clay and just work it in. Wow, I got the exact perfect amount. And you decide what side you want to put the bow. I think I'm gonna put it over here. Just add a little bit of glue. And then pop your bow out. It's best again if you let it dry like a little bit, maybe at least even 1 minute, but be very careful. You can pull it out and just stick it on. See, she has her bow. Cute. And now let's work on the beak. So for the beak, you need a small amount of orange clay. Roll it into a ball, then kind of shape it. Oh, I forgot, you need to add again little glue here. Shape it into like a fat little triangle. I don't know, it's probably hard to see on camera, but there. And then, oh, before that, sorry, you need your red clay for this little part that goes under. This, you only need a tiny, tiny bit of clay. A little tiny bit. And you make like a little teardrop. See? And then just place it on there. And then get your beak that you already shaped and place it on top. And then get your shaping tool, this one, like a sharp edge, and do the mouth. And this is also gonna press it down. Oh, it had glue. Oh no. This had glue on there. But it did come out good. That glue is gonna dry clear anyways. But you see how it shaped the little cute mouth? Adorable. And there you have your turkey girl. This is the one we just made. And this is the one I had pre-made. And you see they're all always gonna be different colors, the placing of the feathers. Super cute. So yeah, and then the same way you make the boy. It's just a boy, you know, the bow tie goes down here and then he has his cute eyebrows. So those are the turkey macarons. And now, time to show you how I make the marshmallows. Okay, so these are the marshmallows. So we are going to make a boy. Since we made a turkey girl, we are going to make a boy. So here I have, again, a pre-made marshmallow shape. I will show you how I roll out my marshmallow. So get as much as you think or you want your marshmallow to be, like the size. And of course, work your clay. This one I just worked it. Remember, it's the brown clay that we made. So what you want to do is roll out like a ball to try and smooth out all the lines. You see, there's no more lines. And then start rolling like this with the palm of your hand. Trying to make a marshmallow shape, and then once in a while, turn it around and flatten it down like this. And then do it again. Until you get the marshmallow look. I think that looks good. So here you have your marshmallow shape, and you just put this on your cooling rack and let it dry. So we're gonna set this one aside and work with this one. This one is the one that I pre-made and it's already, you know, drying up, manageable to work with. Okay, so we are going to, again, just add some feathers. I did just show you how I made the feathers. So now we just place them on. And, you know, for the marshmallows, how I stick them on is I put glue here on the bottom of the front feather. And then I just start pressing it from the back. Press it down. And then look at it. See if it's, you know, in a position where you think it does look good. And then for these turkey marshmallows, I add 4 feathers. So we're gonna add an orange one. And now let's add a white one. You see, all you do is just press them on, they overlap. And last one, the yellow one. Okay, and then here we have our turkey marshmallow with the feathers. Look, that is what it looks like. Super cute. 4 feathers. And now we have to work on the facial features. So again, you make the eyes the same way. Make sure you add the dot of glue. And then for him, remember we put eyebrows. So you get a little bit of glue and put it where you think the eyebrows are gonna go. Okay, and then you grab a little bit of clay. Knead it. And then try to make them, you know, as even as possible. So roll it out, then shape it into a little log, and then one log a little thinner to give it that eyebrow shape. And this guy's gonna have big eyebrows. See? Every turkey, like us, every person, we're different in our own way. Some of us have bigger eyes, bigger eyebrows, unibrow. See? Cutie! Okay, now time for the little red part. Adorable! And then his bow tie. So again, I'm gonna make it orange. You can make it any color you want. For the bow tie, I like using this one, this bow over here. And you just fill it with as much clay you think you need. And that's gonna be perfect. Add glue where it's gonna be in the area. You're gonna place it. Take it out carefully. And we add it on. And that is how we make the turkey marshmallows. So cute. This is the one I had pre-made. You see, they're all different. They all look different. I think his bow tie is a little crooked. But it's okay. He's a special turkey. See? I love his big eyebrows. And then again, here's the girl. So yeah, friends, that is how I make my turkey macarons and my turkey marshmallows. These will be available, friends, if you're interested to purchase in my next Whatnot sale. I will be having my next Whatnot sale Friday, November 14th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. You can find these cutie pies on there. You can go bookmark the show. It's gonna be in the description of this video. Go bookmark it, click the link. If you are gonna be new, please let me know, and I can send you the $15 coupon code. I'm actually just gonna leave it in the description as well. It's gonna say $15 off your first purchase. And I'm gonna also have a lot of Christmas fake bakes. Some of them you already did see on my YouTube shorts. And we'll see what other fun fake bakes I come up with. If you guys are interested in the turkeys, I can make more. Just let me know in the comments, please. Again, sadly, I know not a lot of people decorate for Thanksgiving, which I hope they did because it's so cute. It's so beautiful. And yeah, start putting in your pre-bids on my Whatnot show. It is already scheduled. And thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this crafting video, please let me know down below in the comments, and I might do another one for Christmas. I hope I have the time, friends. Oh, the holidays are so busy, but they're so much fun. I love the holiday time. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, friends. It's free to do. Don't be afraid. Just do it. It's so easy. You'll be doing something nice for me. Also, hit the like button. It's free. Hype the video. It's free. I would really appreciate it. And also, friends, my friend is going to have her show as well. She's going to have her show before mine. Hers is going to be... She's in the East Coast, so it's hard for me to do the math. Wait. Hers is going to be 2 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to also try and leave the link of her show in the description of this video, friends. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And we will see you in the next one. Gobble, gobble. My dead turkey.